Hi, I am Louie Corsame, a second-year student taking Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Today we will be discussing about the introduction to normal distribution and standard normal distribution, in which we will be interpreting graphs of normal probability distribution and find areas under the standard normal curve. Normal distribution can be used to model many sets of measurement in nature, industry, and business. Distribution is a continuous probability distribution for a random variable x. The graph of a normal distribution is called the normal curve. A normal distribution has the following properties. First, the mean, median, and mode are equal. Second, the normal curve is bell-shaped and is symmetric about the mean. Third, the total area under the normal curve is equal to 1. Fourth, the normal curve approaches but never touches. The axis is extended farther and farther away from the mean. Between mean negative standard deviation and mean positive standard deviation in the center of the curve, the graph curves downward. The graph curves upward to the left of mean negative standard deviation and to the right of mean positive standard deviation. The points at which the curve changes from curving upward to curving downward are called inflection points. A normal distribution can have any mean and any positive standard deviation. These two parameters, mean and standard deviation, completely determine the shape of the normal curve. The mean gives the location of the line of symmetry, and the standard deviation describes how much the data are spread out. So let's then try a new example on how to interpret graphs on normal distribution. Because a normal curve is symmetric about the mean, we can estimate that the mean is equal to 675 because the inflection are one standard deviation from the mean. You can estimate that the standard deviation is equal to 35. The scale test score of the Philippines grade 6 mathematics tests are normally distributed with a mean about 675 and a standard deviation of about 35. So let's proceed to standard normal distribution. There are infinitely many normal distribution with each has own mean and standard deviation. The normal distribution with a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1 is called the standard normal distribution. The horizontal scale of the graph of the standard normal distribution corresponds to z-scores. Z-score is a measure of position that indicates the number of standard deviation a value lies from the mean. Without further ado, let's try to find the cumulative area that corresponds to a z-score using a standard normal table. Here is the example. Here in the example, we can directly find the area that corresponds to the z-score of 0.11 by using the standard normal table and finding 0.1 in the left column and then moving across the row to the column under 0.01. The number in that row and the column is 0.5438. So the area is 0.5438.